more now. I'm joined live in studio by Sandro Monetti, the editor-in-chief of Hollywood International Filmmaker magazine. Sandro, welcome back to The Story Is. Great to see you.
I am happy but a little surprised to see you, Alex. I thought you might have been among the 1,000 people invited to the wedding. What happened there?
No, everybody, it seemed like, was invited to this wedding. I mean, some people you would not expect.
Maybe it's like Blake Lively. There was a bit of confusion about where you were invited.
Yeah, exactly. She was not apparently invited to this wedding. Adam Sandler, though, was as the MC. What do you make of that decision?
From the wedding singer to the wedding officiant. I love it. It's my favorite detail of this whole thing. Now, of course, the connection here is that Travis Kelce appeared in Happy Gilmore 2, and of course Adam Sandler and his family are big Swifties, but who knew he was an ordained minister as well? I now declare you married by Adam Sandler.
You know, I also am ordained minister.
Me too.
I've done a few. Oh, you have too?
Who should we marry?
If people are looking for anybody. All right. We're looking live at that picture of Madison Square Garden just a few seconds ago. It was up on the screen. This thing is still going. We see it still lit up. Apparently, this is something Elizabeth reported earlier, that when people walk into that building, there's a sign that says, by walking in here, you agree to basically let us use your name and likeness because filming is underway, which gives us an indication that maybe, just maybe, this may be filmed for commercial purposes and released.
Well, these weddings don't come cheap, so you have to monetize it some way. And yes, look for the movie and or the TV series, I expect. And that's very clever, of course, because putting that legal statement up, saying if you walk past this sign you consent to filming, means that none of these stars can say, hey, I want a piece of the profits of this movie. Taylor Swift is an absolute genius.
Yeah. Well, we have some images of the stars that were leaving their hotels and walking in early. We can put some of those up on the screen. It's been interesting to see all the folks who were caught on camera after this whole thing was supposed to be so secret. Yeah. It was a black tie only affair, and we saw some different folks walking in. What do you make of the guest list? This weird combination of the biggest names in pro football and the biggest names in pop music.
It is America's royal wedding. It is that big, and I'm more interested by the guests leaving early. So rude. Now, Andy Reid, the coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, I kind of expect, to leave earlier. But Tom Brady leaving early, George Stephanopoulos. This is a walk of shame that's going on now, because yes, the paparazzi catch you going in, but will they catch shade from the Swifties by walking out early? And so Steven Spielberg's walked out, and so Hugh Grant as well. Plenty of others. That's bad form in my book.
Well, George Stephanopoulos hosts the morning show, so he gets up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So maybe he can leave early. But
I'm also waiting to see Harry and Meghan, but I don't see them anywhere there. So
but why would you leave early? Think about it. I mean, this has got to be one of the craziest, coolest parties of all time. And you think about the potential musical acts going tonight. I mean, it could be these unusual duets that we've never seen before.
Well, Taylor is rumored to be singing with, I think Stevie Nicks, because on the 2010 Grammys, they did a duet of You Belong With Me, which would be an appropriate song to sing to Travis Kelce. Paul McCartney rumored to be there as well. Yeah. What have you got to do that you've got to leave early? There's anything better than this?
This is a once-in-a-lifetime sort of thing. And so, meanwhile, Travis Kelce had become famous before he was ever with Taylor Swift. He had this podcast where he put out into the universe that he wanted to meet Taylor Swift and then eventually makes this happen. He thought today was a great day to release a podcast with him and his brother and the future King of England,
Prince William, as the guest.
Here's some of this.
The Duke of Cambridge, the Duke of Cornwall, the Lord of the Isles, Prince of Great Stewart of Scotland, Earl of Chester, and the Prince of Wales. Ladies and presenters, please welcome His Royal Highness Prince William!
That is quite an intro, guys. Amazing.
I don't like that. Where's the decorum? He's not used to that.
He is not used to that. Nobody on the British side is doing that, right?
Makes me uncomfortable. I'm getting chills.
That's a very American thing, is it not? What do you make of the fact that first up, just sort of the change in culture? I mean, it's hard to imagine his father ever going on a podcast like that at all. Just this sort of moment in media and pop culture and sports and everything that podcast is even happening.
I think that Prince William has learned a lot from Taylor Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce about how to exist in the world of modern celebrity. He's done a lot recently, and this is the latest example of it. And he also said on that podcast, an interesting tidbit, that he would be coming to America if England get to the World Cup final. Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, what do you mean if? It's absolutely guaranteed. England, England.
Yeah,
I'm a dual citizen.
You're a dual citizen, and so it's America's 250.
Yes.
It's all about us celebrating leaving England. So where's your loyalty? How do you feel on this day?
Well, I am still a fervent monarchist. I love America as much as I love England, and if there's one thing I love more, it's Taylor Swift. What a great day for the Swifties, and what better way for America to celebrate. Happy birthday, America.
Bring the world together, and I love the American tie. Looking good. Sandro, thank you so much. Happy 4th to you.
Thank you, and to you, Alex.